Kalispera. Wow. So that's as far as my Greek goes. Sorry, Kiolas. But my speech is in English. So, my name is Deidos. Actually, my name is Edison David dos Santos Games Faneca Villarreal. They told me not to leave the red dot, so I'm not known for following the rules. But I'm Deidos. The other name is the name my parents gave me. Deidos is what speaks about who I am today. And I'm currently in the process of changing the name legally, which is kind of a journey on itself, because you can imagine that these people that work on the government changing names of people, they usually find themselves with these weird individuals that come there and say, I want to change my name to Megatron Ultrasonic. Actually, it's true. There is this guy in the United States that did a contest online, and people voted for his name, and his name is Megatron. But there is the most powerful story that I know about changing names. It breaks paradigms. It is this guy that arrives to the office and says, oh, lady, I want to change my name. And obviously, this government lady just look at him like, another one. Okay, so what's your name? And then the guy say, my name is John Bastard. Of course. And I understand. I'm so sorry. So how would you like to be named? And then the guy say, Peter Bastard. So I didn't come here to talk about names, but I wanted to change a little bit the mood of the room. Now you know me. I don't know you. I cannot even see you. But let's take this relationship forward. I have been in 79 countries. 79 countries. I'm currently 39 years old, but I say that I'm 21. I'm going to turn 40. I'm going to turn 40 on the 11th of May, but I'm going to have 20 in my birthday cake. And it's not because I'm scared of that. I love my spirit to be young. It is important to me. And part of that comes of that journey, of those 79 countries. I'm not going to give you tips. I'm not going to give you lists to follow, like this is what you have to do, you can make miles, blah, blah. What I came to share with you is something that I call popcorns. I love popcorn. And when people ask me, what is it that you do for a living? I say, I'm a human popcorn machine. I go into the conversation with somebody, and the heat of that conversation makes the kernels in my head pop, 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 and ideas come. But then I need to stay there for a while. I talk about that. I actually did talk about that last year in a TEDx in Trento. So I'm not going to talk about popcorn. If you want to know about popcorn, check it out in last year's speech. But what I'm going to share with you are my popcorns about traveling, 8 of them. The first one, in order to visit 79 countries, what I did is I became extremely good, like extremely good, at something that I love to do. And what I did is that I shared that shamelessly with the world. Because there are people that love to do things, and they say, I love to do this, and they are shy about it. Don't be shy about what you love to do. Shamelessly share it with the world, even if it sucks. It doesn't really matter. Every single thing that has been created in the world that we consider perfect, we know it could have been better. If you wait too long to give your gift to the world, somebody else is going to do it first. So become extremely good at something that you love to do. I love to do public speaking. I'm extremely good at that. And that is not arrogance. It is different. It is not false humility. I'm extremely good at this, and I love to do this. I'm extremely good at hosting learning spaces, and I love to do that as well. I have a friend, Judith Osika. She's from Hungary, and she loves quilling. I don't know if you know what quilling is. Quilling? It's when you take these little stripes of paper, and you roll them, and you make these spirals of paper, and glue them in another paper, and then you create these shapes. It's a form of art, handcraft. She's good at that. She's still not extremely good, but she's becoming extremely good. And then she started to do that, and she shamelessly started to share it with the world, and she opened an online store. Right now, she's traveling around the world, doing workshops for quilling, in which people learn about creativity by learning about quilling. And she has been in Georgia, in Netherlands, in Hungary, in Romania, and she's traveling next week, next month, whatever, she's going to be in Croatia. She's starting to travel the world because she found something that she loves to do, that she's good, she's becoming better and better in the process, and she's starting to share that shamelessly with the world. What happens there is that you get invited to different places to share that thing that you are really good at with the people in these different places. The second thing is expand your reach. It has never been easier to connect with people all over the world. Never. Never. When I joined university, we didn't have internet. It is unthinkable of today, what we can do with a mobile phone. But then still, oh, my world is Greece, and I live in Athens. European people, Erasmus program, you go there, connect with people. Expanding the reach is not just about making noise online, it is actually about creating real connections with people. Those connections that will take you to places. So it is not just about screaming out loud online, it is about building powerful and beautiful connections with people all over the world, because it has never been easier. Not with the purpose of traveling, but it will take you there. And that is the point of this. Number 3, surrender to the call of the journey. Let's do an exercise. Can you stand up for a second? Please, come on. A little bit of movement is good for everybody. So, if I ask you, what will be your body posture if I tell you to surrender, what will you do? How your body will look like? Surrender. With your body. So somebody says like, I give up, don't kill me. And there are some other people that go like this. I surrender. Surrendering is not about that. When I surrender to the call of the journey, I surrender. Say it with me. I surrender. Thank you so much. Sit down. That is about listening. How many times you had in front of you an opportunity to travel and you didn't surrender to the call of that journey? And I'm not talking about going to China or Japan, but maybe to a small village in the northern part of Greece. And you say, but what I'm going to do there? I don't have time. I don't have money. It is about surrendering to the call of the journey. The journey is calling us every single step of the way. I didn't learn to travel in books. I learned to travel because I surrendered to the call of the journey, and the journey showed me how to travel. And then I moved from one country. I grew up in a small little village, town in Venezuela. And being able to say today, I have been in 79 countries, it is just ridiculous. But I surrender. I say I'm surrendering. Last month, I went to the Philippines for the first time, and I needed to come to Greece for a conference, and then they say, okay, this is going to be really tight. You need to go to the Philippines, which will take you 27 hours, stay in Philippines for 3 days, come back to Portugal, to Lisbon. I live in Lisbon, in Portugal. Come back to Lisbon, and the next day, I arrive in Lisbon at midnight, and at 7 in the morning, taking the next flight to Greece. And I say, okay, I surrender. Practice genuine curiosity. There is this saying that says that curiosity killed the cat. Well, the lack of curiosity killed the traveler. So do you want to be a cat, or do you want to be a traveler? Meow. Practicing curiosity. It is not just about being curious. It is about practicing genuine curiosity. And then go to a place, and with genuine curiosity, ask, why do you drink so much coffee in Greece? And then my Greek friends are like, I don't know, we like it. My question is expanding the horizon of Greek people to understand themselves, even if I don't get back the answer. But my practice of genuine curiosity, it makes a difference. And then at every step of the way in my journey changes me, but my journey is changing the people that I connect with. Travel light and unpretentious. Oh, I'm going to the airport, so I need to dress like this, and I need to put that, and then the girls put those high heels, and they go, and then this big suitcase, and then the other one. And that is one part of what I'm saying here. Travel light, as less as you can. You never know what are you going to find in the place that you're going to visit, and most probably you will not be able to bring it back home. 90% of the things that you pack, you will not need them. You know it's true. It's true. That 90% of the things are inconsequential. They will not add anything to your journey, but disturbance. So let's move from that luggage to the emotional luggage. What is it that I'm traveling with? What is the type of expectation that I'm traveling with? Oh, I remember when I saw the Eiffel Tower for the first time with my sister. That was in '96. We were together, we went to Paris, and we saw the Eiffel Tower, and we were like, It's brown. And then it's these stupid little paradigms that we have in our heads. It's metal, so it's supposed to be bronze. Obviously, it's brown because it's this anti-corrosive paint, but those kind of things are not in our heads until we start really traveling. And one of the things that comes along with that is it humbled us, because it did humble me. And then I start traveling more light and more unpretentious, leaving the expectations aside. So it is not like I want to find this or I want to find that. I just say I want to go and see this, whatever it is going to be, what is going to be. And when I arrive there, what do? I practice genuine curiosity. And then everything starts to connect. And then I go to the Great Wall of China, and then instead of saying, oh my God, this is so horrible, because it is horrible, it's packed with people, and then you go like this. Look at it! That is part of the experience. And if I get pissed with that, then I had to deal with that. But if I am unpretentious, I say, this is so cool. And it is cool, and it transforms itself in something cool. And then I become a traveler and not a tourist. And then that allows me to build even more the willingness of exploring other places without having this heavy luggage of unmet expectations, because that makes our lives miserable. Let your journey take life on its own. It's like an escalator. You get there. I remember my mom, if my mom is going to watch this, she's going to kill me. Because my mom was scared of escalators, you know, like, and then we push her. And then but then you get into the escalator, and then you're there, and you're going up. That is what it's going to take. But when you see a little kid, the little kid may get a little bit scared at the beginning, but then he runs into that, and he runs opposite. And he enjoys the fact that the escalator, it is moving. So it is about the young spirit that we embrace in ourselves. It doesn't matter the age. And then the journey takes life on its own. And then I make kind of a plan of what I want to visit and what I want to see, but I'm so willing to let it go. And I get to that place and I meet people. Have you seen this? No. What is it? We're going there tomorrow. Okay, let's go. But you had a plan, so what? And those are the best journeys ever, in which I let go of the stupidity that things need to be in the way I planned them to be. And in that moment, I disconnect from a spirit that is getting old, decrepit, and miserable, and I connect with a part of me that lives out of adventure and wonder, because I let the journey take life on its own. And it's the same with conversations. If I have a conversation and the conversation doesn't take life on its own, then it's not a conversation. I love these conversations in which we start talking about potatoes, we pass through onions, elephants, submarines, and then we go to whatever, and beautiful. And when it's over, it's over. That's what happens with the journey when the journey is real for the traveler, and it will take you places. There are so many places that I have visited just because I let the journey say, go. And I say, go. I free myself. Awesome. Easy? No. Tough things? Yes, being in the middle of a coup d'etat in Haiti. I didn't went to Haiti. I actually went to Dominican Republic. And then I realized, Dominican Republic, island, this part is Haiti, let's go to Haiti. I was with this friend of mine from Finland, and she said, let's go. And then we went there. We arrived to Haiti. We are in Port-au-Prince, which is the capital. And then suddenly there is a coup d'etat, and then, scared. Oh, yeah. Unique experience. Oh, yeah. Worth it. Acknowledge that traveling is all about you, and it's nothing about you. When we choose one side of the coin, we are choosing the other side of the coin as well. Traveling is everything about me. It is about what happens to me, about the people that I meet and how that people transform me. Traveling is about how I deal with my expectation. Traveling, it is about how do I feel connected or disconnected from what I'm doing in that moment. It is all about me, but it is nothing about me. Because it is about the people that I meet, it is about the place that I visit, it is about the history that is there, that is speaking out loud. This place where we are today is speaks to us. Closed for 10 years, renovated. It's beautiful, it's hosting us. If we listen to this place is telling us, it doesn't matter if you shut down yourself for 20 years, and when you are 58, you realize that you have been shot. Because you can always renovate and open and welcome and host. So it is all about me, and it is nothing about me. And it is not about choosing when it's about me and when it's not about me. It's about dancing between those two sides of that paradigm. That is traveling. I haven't learned how to use this. And the final one I want to share with you is about constantly practice gratitude. Number one, there is not about, I be grateful, thank you. No, it's about practicing gratitude. It's a practice. It is about how you treat the waiter, the person at the hotel. I'm staying in a hotel 3 blocks from here. And the lady that works in the reception is called Elizabeth, and she's from the Philippines. I arrived there. We were doing the check-in. I say, hi, how are you? Fine, okay. I say, what's your name? And she looked at me like, And she said, Elizabeth. I say, hi, Elizabeth. My name is Day. Day, Edison. Yeah, and then we talk. How many people actually she receives every day, and how many people ask her what her name is? That is a practice of gratitude that I have. And then from then on, every time I see her, I address her with her name. Things that happen in those moments, it is that everything changes. Because my room was extremely hot, and then she told me, because everybody's cold, so, but I said, I'm hot. And she figured out a way of only having AC in my room. Thank you, Elizabeth. Beautiful. And I'm leaving you with this. Fear. That is what I pack in my suitcase. I'm not scared of my fear. I welcome my fear. It is my friend. It is not the fear of traveling. It is the fear of absolutely everything. I sit with my fear and I say, let's go for a journey. Keep me alert. Show me where things are kind of creepy. Be my friend. And my friend is my fear. And then fear doesn't paralyze me. I don't know what is going to happen. Beautiful. Tell me. Talk about me. And then I take my fear, I put it in my suitcase, and I go and travel. And I will never allow my fear to be the one who stops me. I just hope that you enjoyed the ride. Just let yourself to leave the opportunity to pack your fear make it your friend, and explore the world. It has been a pleasure.